Israel Adesanya came back in a big way at UFC 287, knocking out his longtime rival and boogeyman, Alex Pereira. After fighting Alex twice in kickboxing and once in MMA, Israel has a lot of information on Pereira. So how did Adesanya go from this to this? In a previous video, I highlighted Israel's most successful punch from their first MMA fight that he threw over and over, landing 7 times, one of which rocked Pereira badly. In that video, I made the claim that Israel doesn't have the power to knock out Pereira, and in this fight, Izzy proved me wrong. So let's take a look at what adjustments he made to find the knockout. Izzy starts off the fight still throwing that same jab to overhand right combination. He has the same success that he had in their first fight, landing it often, but never rocking or wobbling Pereira with it. He made a more active effort to check Alex's leg kicks, a problem that came back to haunt him in this fight again. Israel put on more weight for this fight, something that has a direct correlation to punching power and the amount of damage you can take.
He looked much bigger than I'd ever seen him, and he wasn't quite cutting weight. It was a Tuesday of fight week. But I had asked him, I was like, are you putting on weight? And he was telling me it's a slow process he's been working towards, to like ever so little each camp, a little more muscle, a little more muscle, a little more muscle, so that by the time that the decision comes to go to 205, you're already ready. You're not trying to just build up all of a sudden.
However, the biggest adjustment I noticed from this fight was a lack of clinching from Adesanya. In their first fight, whenever Pereira pressured Izzy backwards and got too close for comfort, Adesanya would reach out, try to hand fight and clinch with him, hoping his experience in that position would prove useful.
The one thing that Izzy's doing is beautiful, is he's switching up between throwing that right hand, but when Alex gets really close, he just grabs his hands to disrupt him from punching, and it's looking like that. It is beautiful because Alex has a hard time getting around that.
He tries to occupy the hands, grab the wrist, grab the head, because he doesn't want to get hit, and there's really nowhere to go.
This strategy failed miserably for the now reinstated champ. Not only did Adesanya get pounded with knees and uppercuts to the body every time he clinched with Pereira,
and knees in tight here, these are big shots. These body shots enclose the knees. They're very telling. This is what he was doing early in the fight when they got to the clinch. Digging knees, punching to the body, trying to make the champion pay for getting close.
He also left himself open to Pereira's patented left hook while he was reaching out to grab him.
We talked about Izzy trying to grab. That was his strategy. Man, he made it almost to the end. He tries to reach out and grab here again. And by trying to reach out and grab with this hand, he leaves himself open. And we see Alex is just gonna punch right inside that. He goes right inside that. So that grabbing, right, we always say, keep your hands by your face so at least your hands can absorb the shot and not your chin, and he gets caught here bad.
This time, when Izzy was hurt and backed against the cage, he kept his hands as tight to his chin as possible and bided his time, waiting for the perfect opportunity to land the strike he knows he has been landing on Pereira in all of their fights. He hurts Pereira, and in this time, he throws the same punch again, knowing it will land, not his left hook. Is Izzy a better fighter than Pereira? It's hard to say. The narratives have now been turned on their head. Pereira is now the one that was winning 90% of the fight until he just got caught. Pereira was destroying Izzy's legs, landing hard strikes to Izzy's body, and suffered a lapse into his defense because he was chasing a finish he thought he could find. In fact, Pereira got caught in the exact same position with the exact same punch as he did in their first fight. It seems like Pereira's defense isn't as good when he has his feet planted and is unloading on Izzy as it is in the center of the cage, and is something that he and his team need to examine. The biggest question coming into this fight was, what adjustments are each fighter going to make? And I'm satisfied with the answer we received. Adesanya smartly abandoned his grappling machinations and focused on capitalizing on what he knew worked. Pereira saw success in leg kicks and body shots in the first fight and doubled down on those, targeting jabs to the body and landing more leg kicks in the first 2 rounds than he did in the entirety of their last fight. These fighters are extremely evenly matched, and even if there is not a trilogy match, this will go down in history as one of the greatest rivalries in combat sports.